Right, day 15 in the World Cup done. 2 quarter-final games again today, and twice the favourites won again. France knocking out Poland and England knocking out Senegal. We'll talk about France-Poland. There's two players to talk about this game, but one that kind of took the limelight. Kylian Mbappe. What a player. What a player. He can do everything, can't he? His contribution for the first goal, nice little ball inside to Giroud. Perfectly weighted for Giroud to finish past Chesney. And the game was in the balance then as well. You know, Poland had a few chances, had a few shots cleared off the line by Lloris and then Varane. They had a few chances and the first half was quite equal. Then just before half time, France, have their quality in all areas of the pitch. They don't have just have one player. And they used that quality perfectly. Perfect weight from Mbappe, perfect to Giroud. Perfect finish by him to become France's all-time top goal scorer. Great player. Great player. And he was playing third division French football when he was like 23. Then he goes and wins the league with Montpellier in 2013. Moves to Arsenal, wins FA Cups there, moves to Chelsea, wins Europa League there, I think, and wins the Champions League, goes to AC Milan, wins the league title for them. Won the World Cup with France as well in 2018. Great player. And people were saying, oh, he's underrated. I think he's properly rated. I think everyone appreciates what Giroud is now. I hope at least. Yeah. The game wasn't really in the balance. France took control in the second half. Poland really didn't offer anything. But then Mbappe came up with two moments of quality to end the game. First, both were on the left hand side. First one, he smashes it near post top corner. Chesney couldn't do anything about it, and second one, he puts it far post top corner. Two perfect moments of quality. This is why people will say, oh, France injuries, but when you've got a player like Mbappe, who, if you want to play in the counter, he's the perfect player. He's faster than anybody else. He's just as strong as anyone else. He's as silky on the ball as anyone else. But if you give him chance after chance again, like he was wasteful at times this game. He really was wasteful. But he was getting chance after chance after chance. And eventually he's going to pay off. Eventually he is going to find the right spot. Eventually he is going to get a little bit of space that you don't want to give him. He had a moment early in the game where he faked inside of Matikash, sent him to the shot with his left foot, side netting. But he gets so many opportunities. He gets it from his teammates. It's like France are a good side, but he also creates opportunities himself. That's the mark of a great footballer, when you can do it for yourself. You don't need a team around you to be amazing. You do it yourself. And yeah, that's the difference between him and someone like Robert Lewandowski, who he does stuff by himself, but he also needs a team around him. And he's not a player that plays on the counter. Poland love playing on the counter attack, and he's not that kind of player. He hasn't got the pace to do it. He hasn't got the elite hold up play to do it. He's a box number 9. He can go out and hold up. He has a bit of physicalness about him, but he's not that kind of player. And you saw at times they couldn't utilise him at all. Even when they were getting their chances, it wasn't falling to Lewandowski, and he wasn't even the one creating them. So it was bad by Poland that you have a player like Lewandowski and he just didn't play at all to his strengths. And he got punished at times. He got the goal later on, penalty, game was over, no one cared. He missed the first one, but Lloris was off his line. But yeah, he just wasn't involved at all in anything Lewandowski. They couldn't get him in good areas. He was either too far out, trying to get a hold of the ball. And you have got creative players like Zielinski's a very good player for Napoli, but they just weren't utilising the right way. They didn't want space in good spaces. And it's not just this game against a quality France team. You can't expect against a quality France team, but earlier in the tournament, it's just weird. And yeah, Lewandowski getting his goal, second goal of the tournament, but no, wasn't good at all from the team. They never really showed anything apart from 10 minutes in the first half, really. It was just backs against the wall, which is understandable at times, but you just got to get the ball to Lewandowski a lot more in good positions. That's what you've got to work towards. And if France proceed, good game by them. They weren't like truly amazing. Really, they didn't create chance after chance after chance. They had shots. They did 16 shots to opponents 12, 1.35 xG to their 1.7. That was a bit boosted obviously by the penalty. But it wasn't, big chance after big chance, because Poland just did sit back, and it's hard to do. It's hard to get past a team that's not willing to go forward at times. But when you've got a player like Mbappe, you can afford just to take your time. Yeah, France looked good. They looked really good, and Mbappe looked amazing right now, like utterly amazing. And then in the next game, they'll be facing England, who have beaten Senegal 3-0. Weird game, because Senegal did a lot what the USA did to England. It was a lot of passes, especially in the first half. In the first half, I'd say. For the first, let's say, 35 minutes, it was just England playing it around the back, not knowing what to do with it. It was a lot England, Harry Maguire, John Stones to Kyle Walker, back to John Stones, into Declan Rice, over to Luke Shaw, back to Harry Maguire, and so on and so on and so on. They try a long ball, it'll get cut out. Senegal have the ball, they'll put it long, England get it back and play around the back again. It wasn't that good. It really wasn't good. And there was moments in the first half where Maguire gave the ball away. Like Senegal had the two best chances in the first half. Maguire giving the ball away. And if Senegal had a bit more quality about them, they could have punished England there. Ismaila Sarr put it over the bar from about 5-6 yards away. Good by Pickford rushing out to him. But yeah, they could have been punished. But yeah, England got the breakthrough. Bellingham, man of the match for me. Really good on the left-hand side, puts the ball in, Henderson finishes, and then England won them up. Just like that. It was just quick play. And that's something England really struggled with at times in this game. It was just so slow, and then quick play. That could have been, her saying, we're just going to play it slow, and then suddenly we're going to play it quick, and we're going to punish them. And England can do that. They didn't have the players on the pitch really to do that today with Ben and Bryce and Henderson. You can't play it quick with them. They did that. And then England make it 2-0 just at the end of the half. Senegal, they put players forward at the end of the half thinking they were going to blow the whistle as soon as their attack done, but it got cut out, a couple of seconds left. Bellingham dribble past a couple of players, puts the phone on the left hand side, he cuts across to Kane, who finishes well. Great play by Bellingham. Again, he can do it all. He picks up the ball, great touch, past a couple of players, dribbles well, and then passes at the end. Not many players can do that. He's great in all areas of the pitch. And he suits these games of transitions a bit more, which could make him a real asset against the bigger teams. And yeah, Senegal made changes at half time, but I think they knew the game was over. And England made it 357th minute. Foden with a ball in to Saku, kind of chipped it over Mendy to make it 3-0, and then the game just petered out after that. England didn't really create anything, and Senegal didn't really do anything either. Yeah, was a great performance by England. It's what was needed to win. They knew their quality would probably prevail at the end, especially in the second half. But 8 shots to Senegal's 10, 1.01 xG to 0.8 of Senegal. It was just the quality they got in the end. It wasn't overly impressive, but Senegal are a hard team. They gave Netherlands a hard time. They beat a very good Ecuador side. But there were a few times in the game where England, especially Maguire at the back, and passing it back to Pickford or losing the ball, if that's against the Giroud, Griezmann, Mbappe, Ousmane Dembele, it's game over. It's game over in the first half. You can't do stuff like that. I expect him. See, it's different, isn't it? Because England, they dominated possession there, 61% 39. Do you expect France to dominate possession? Probably. Poland actually had a good bit of possession. They had 45%, where you expect Poland to have the 35% that they usually try to do. But is that just France saying just do something with it? We're not really scared of you. They've been maybe a bit more scared of England. I don't know. I think it'll be the same team. I think maybe the one switch will be Phil Foden for Jude Bellingham, for Marcus Rashford. just as because Marcus Rashford is used to playing on the counter attack, Foden isn't. He's not used to that kind of style. Having Marcus Rashford there who, with his pace in behind on the counter attack is a bit more scary than Phil Foden, who prefers playing in between lines and passing and moving. He's under Pep, they don't play on the counter, do they? So yeah, maybe a 5 at the back, but you're just going too negative. It's like that Italy game or wherever again, isn't it? He just went 5 at the back, and yeah, we scored early on, but we were just so negative the whole game. We should have gone and tried to at least get a second, but when you're defending, all game against these quality players and teams, they're going to find a space at some point, and they're going to punish you at some point. And I saw today they defended well at times, but Mbappe with 2 goals in the second half, and you're like, oh, it's over. Same with Australia, they defended well at times, and suddenly it's just Messi. Even Senegal today, they defended well at times, suddenly it's Bellingham. Yes, you can defend the best all you want, but against these quality players, they are gonna find out at some point. They are gonna find a space, and England's defence hasn't looked, the strongest in this tournament. Like they gave up chances to Senegal today. They could have easily been 1 or 2 nil down at half time. It could have been if Senegal took the chances. Against the USA, they gave up quite a lot of chances. Iran, they gave up quite a few chances. Not against Wales. That was a good quality defensive performance, but this one wasn't amazing. So there are still a few things to fix, and it's the first quality side that England are going to face this tournament. One of the favourites, last time's champions, got a load of quality players. It's going to be such an interesting game between England and France. If France go 5 at the back, because they did play 5 at the back a lot before this tournament, it's interesting. They probably don't have the right wing back to play 5 at the back unless they play Pavard there. So they might just stick with a 4. But yeah, it's going to be a very interesting game. See if anyone change anything. If one goes more defensive, if they both go more defensive, what's that going to play at? I think France will win. I think the quality of Mbappe, like Australian Saar got the better of Kyle Walker today. He come back from that injury. He looks like he hasn't lost a yard of pace, but he's lost a little bit of pace, and he hasn't gone back to full fitness yet, which again is the Kylian Mbappe you don't want him. But you also don't want to play like Kieran Trippier or Trent Alexander-Arnold up against Kylian Mbappe. But the thing is, with France, it's not just about stopping Mbappe, it's about stopping Giroud. How is he going to deal? How are Stones and Maguire going to deal with him? His hold-up play, and Griezmann floating around. He's hard to pick up. Are they going to put John Henderson and maybe just man-mark Griezmann? It would be a very interesting game. 2 quality sides. They've got quality all over the pitch, both of them. And it'll be a very good game to see who goes through. But yeah, tomorrow's games. Japan, Croatia, and Brazil for South Korea. Japan, Croatia. I think Croatia are going to do what they did to Canada, maybe what they showed to them. Just their quality midfield will probably pan out at some point. The Brozovic, Modric, Kovacic midfield, yeah, you can stop them at times, but there'll be times during the game where they just pick up the ball and play passes together and they're in. It's so good to watch. Japan, yeah, the energy might shock Croatia at times. That's what they did to Belgium. That's what they did to Spain and Germany. Just a massive bump of energy, and suddenly they're through and scored 2 goals. They did that to Germany and Spain. That's very impressive. I think Croatia, they're so composed in that midfield area during the whole game. I think they'll be able to get through, and it's perfect for tournament football as well. Brazil, South Korea. I expect Brazil to win. I hope Neymar's back. But they are dealing with quite a few injuries. They'll get their full squad back. Hopefully Neymar, he should be fit. He'll be out for the group stages, but how fit is he? Is he 60, 70%, or is he 90%? Hopefully he's 90, 100%. I expect Brazil to go through quite easily, even if Neymar's not there. But yeah, they did miss that central Croatia in the last few games without Neymar. And yeah, comment your thoughts on the games, like and subscribe, and I'll see you after the games tomorrow. Hopefully we have a bit more drama. We haven't had much drama in these knockouts yet, so yeah.